The year is 3025, and high above the clouds floats a magnificent city powered by clean green energy. Its buildings are all connected by zip lines, slides, and trampolines. Kids whiz through the air on their way to school or just around town. Here, the streets are always clean. There's plenty of food and everyone is happy. Well, almost everyone. In this corner of the floating city lives a 12-year-old girl named Liane. She's a curious and smart girl who's always tinkering with new inventions. She loves spending time in her workshop, taking apart old gadgets and trying to fix them. Today, she's working on a pair of roller skates that can flip and flash when you use them. Across the street, his best friend, Saif, plays soccer with his friends. Saif is a 13-year-old boy who's brave, sporty, and has a kind heart. He dreams of one day becoming an intergalactic hero. One day, while playing, he accidentally kicks the ball towards Liane's house. Liane is sitting on her rooftop trying to finish her invention when suddenly the ball hits something she was working on, causing it to fall apart. Startled, she drops the screwdriver she was holding. It falls out of her grasp and drifts away until it lands on the head of a small round robot who is hovering nearby. The robot beeps and flashes in surprise. "Romo," he says in a high-pitched robotic voice. "Romo, can you understand me?" Liane asks. The robot tilts his head as if listening. Yes, I can understand you," he replies. "I am Romo, your personal guide and assistant." Liane's eyes widen in excitement. She's been trying to build a robot just like this for years, but no luck. To say she was surprised to find one in her backyard is an understatement. As they investigate the robot, Liane discovers a button on its back that, when pressed, activates a holographic display. "Welcome to the Academy of Intergalactic Heroes," it says. "This academy is designed to prepare young heroes for their future adventures across the galaxy." But before any of them can say a word, the robot suddenly begins to shake violently. Alarms blare as he cries out, "Low battery! Low battery!" Without wasting any more time, Liane and Romo hurry inside to get some juice for the robot. While charging, Romo, Liane, and Saif start talking about the robot. "It looks like we have our very own robot now," Liane says, unable to contain her excitement. Saif nods, still in awe. At that moment, Romo suddenly springs to life. "Thank you for recharging me," he says. "Now let's begin the first lesson." As he speaks, a holographic image of an old, wise-looking man appears before them. "Greetings, young heroes," he says. "I am Master Orion, and I will be your guide during your training." Just then, a loud crash is heard from outside. Master Orion explains that someone might be trying to stop them from carrying out their mission. "You must go and investigate," he instructs. Curious, Liane, Saif, and Romo head outside to investigate. While searching, Liane suddenly hears a faint sound coming from the Big Sky Market, the biggest attraction of the city, which consists of numerous spherical shops that float above the ground. It is full of people going about their daily business, buying and selling various goods. The sound that Liane heard seemed to be coming from one of the shops, but it wasn't anything she recognized. Intrigued, she decides to go closer. When she gets closer, she hears the old man say, "These children are too young to be here. I'm sure their parents won't allow them to be in such a dangerous place." Liane didn't know what he was talking about. Danger! How could there be danger in the market? Just then, Saif and Romo join her, and together they sneak inside. They find the old man sitting behind a stall covered in all kinds of wires, circuits, and mechanical parts. Next to him is a strange glowing blue metal piece. "Excuse me?" Liane asks. "But what were you saying about danger?" The old man jumps in, surprised, and quickly hides the metal piece under a pile of cloth. "Oh, nothing. He stammers. "I was just telling my grandson here that some things are too dangerous for children to touch." He turns to Liane, Saif, and Romo and forces a smile. "So what can I get for you kids today?" Liane is suspicious. but she can't quite put her finger on why. Still, she walks over to the stall and picks up the metal piece. As soon as she touches it, however, a massive holographic star map appears, stretching from the ceiling to the floor. The old man gasps and whispers in Arabic, "How did you activate the map? These are ancient artifacts, and only those who are destined to use them can activate them." Startled by what just happened, Leon quickly hands the map to Saif, who had been watching the entire thing in disbelief. Saif feels the map in his hands and says, in Arabic, "So this means the stories about the City of Stars aren't just stories after all. And the map is real." The old man looks at the children with a mixture of fear and hope and says in Arabic, "Oh, the journey has begun, but the end will not be as they wish." At that moment, Romo suddenly lets out a loud screech and flies into the air. "Quick, grab the map and run!" he yells. Before any of them can ask why, Leon grabs onto Saif's hand and they run as fast as they can towards the exit. Suddenly, a loud roar echoes through the market. Everyone screams and runs for cover as 3 giant mechanical birds with sharp beaks, sharp claws, and glowing red eyes swoop down from the sky. Their arrival causes chaos among the shoppers, who try desperately to get out of their way. Leon, Saif, and Romo run as fast as they can, dodging between stalls and weaving through the crowds. Behind them, the old man watches, a worried expression on his face. "Why are they attacking us?" Leon asks, struggling to keep up. "As they flee," Romo points towards the rooftops. "We need to get to the rooftops," he says. "From there, we can escape." With renewed determination, they run towards the nearest building and scramble up the side. Just as the giant mechanical birds arrive at the market, perched on the rooftop, Leon, Saif, and Romo watch as the birds circle around, screeching loudly. "What do we do now?" Leon asks, her voice trembling slightly. Saif looks at the map in his hands and says, in Arabic, "If this map is anything to go by, we need to get to the Bridge of Planets." Suddenly, an idea strikes him. "Leon, distract the birds," he says. "Romo and I will find another way." "But how?" Leon asks. "How can I distract them?" Saif smiles. "Just use your jet umbrella," he says. Leon's eyes widen. She had almost forgotten about that. In a panic, she opens up her umbrella, which is equipped with powerful jets that allow her to fly. The birds spot her and dive towards her, screeching. But Leon is prepared. She revs her engines and flies up and away from them, dodging their attacks with ease. Below her, Saif and Romo start making their way towards the Bridge of Planets. They jump from rooftop to rooftop, moving as fast as they can. The city whizzes by, a blur of color and motion. Just when it seems like they'll never escape the birds, Leon swoops down and lands beside them. "I think I found a way," she says, pointing towards a narrow bridge connecting to towers. The bridge is small, barely wide enough for the 3 of them to stand on, but they don't have much of a choice. They make their way to the end of the bridge and press against the wall as the holographic map starts to glow brightly. "Are we almost there?" Romo asks, his voice trembling with excitement. Just then, a dark shadow falls over them. They turn to see one of the giant mechanical birds perched on the tower beside them, its red eyes fixed on them. On its back, a tall, thin man with a cruel smile watches them. "So the little heroes finally made it," he says in Arabic, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "It seems the journey has just begun, but the end will not be as they wish." With that, he spreads his wings and prepares to attack. Will Leon, Saif, and Romo be able to escape the clutches of the mysterious villain, or will their adventure come to an end before it even begins? To find out, stay tuned for the next episode of The Adventures of Leon and Saif.